Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be highlighting my designer perfume collection. So these perfumes are a part of like the designer signature lines. They're more accessible range. If you'd like to see a video featuring my more luxury or private line designers, let me know. I'd be happy to film that. And these designers at this moment in time that I'm filming, you can still purchase. I do have others, but they're unfortunately discontinued. You can't get them anymore. Beginning with one of my first designer perfumes, Flowerbomb by Viktor and Rolf. I remember many years ago smelling this for the first time in high school. I didn't own it in high school. Bit out of my price range at that point. I started wearing this and owning it in college, but I remember smelling it for the first time and just thinking like, oh my gosh, that smells so sexy and flirty and like deliciously sweet. And I still feel that way about Flowerbomb. When I am in like my most girly mood, this is a perfume I will reach for. And still, like, it's such a big compliment getter from both men and women. It's quite an attractive scent profile. It's Flowerbomb, but it's an ultra sweet, like sugar bomb, really. There's a ton of florals in here. There's orchid, jasmine, freesia, rose. I can't say that I distinctly pick out these florals. They kind of like muddle together to create this difficult to identify floral tone for me, at least. Aside from the sweet orchid, that comes off like the most prominently out of the florals. It smells like there would be a sugar accord in the mix here, and there's definitely a big dose of vanilla. You have a patchouli base giving it its umph and longevity. Doesn't make it smell earthy. It's like a gourmand candy-like floral patchouli, but it does have some tea, giving it a bit of an aromatic character to cut through the sweetness a bit, which is nice, and a brightness from bergamot in the opening. It's a fun, very girly, flirty scent, and performance-wise, I get about 8 hours from it. With the first couple hours, projection-wise, it is loud. Like, it commands attention with a few sprays. And then after those first few hours, it becomes more moderate with its projection. Also, among the first in my collection, Mon Guerlain, this is the EDP. I feel like this perfume is Princess Aurora in a bottle. It is timeless, it's romantic, super feminine, and because of the lavender in here, I kind of like associate that with, you know, Sleeping Beauty, and it's calming. It feels very comforting. Not only does this have a prominent lavender, but also a prominent iris. So it's purple floral heavy. It has a beautiful, delicate, powdery nature and a vanilla that isn't gourmand. It gives it a sweetness, it gives it a coziness, but it doesn't go sugary sweet. It's a vanilla perfume that I could see people who don't typically gravitate towards vanilla fragrances enjoying. It also has coumarin accompanying the sweetness of vanilla. This also has a patchouli base and just a tinge of licorice in there. Now, I wouldn't enjoy a prominent licorice, but I do appreciate this unique addition. I think it actually pairs really well with the lavender and the vanilla. This has a beautiful ambery warmth to it, but this is not too warm of a scent that you can't wear this year round. This could be an amazing signature scent. I love that this is lavender prominent, but it comes off so smooth. It's not like I'm sticking my nose straight up in lavender essential oil. Masterfully blended, incredibly elegant Guerlain fragrance, and this lasts me all day with moderate projection. Love it so much. I also have Mon Guerlain Intense. This would be the option if you want a little bit softer on the lavender. Still a prominent note, but it's softer in comparison. And this one is also a bit sweeter. You have a boost of vanilla. It smells more creamy, a bit more full, less aromatic, and this one is giving me fall winter vibes. I don't think that you need both, but I'm a Mon Guerlain fanatic. I'm a ride or die for this DNA, so I let myself have the flanker. I do get use out of both of them. And performance, all day wear with a moderate projection. Maison Margiela Replica Jazz Club. I love that this quite literally transports me to a jazz club. They did a perfect job with this scent. The description is Heady Cocktails and Cigars, Brooklyn 2013. It smells like walking into a bar slash jazz club with like the building is made of brick and wood. It's dimly lit. They have like cool leather seating. Definitely pick up on the rum and tobacco. This is not a smoky tobacco, so it's like unlit cigars. It's got vetiver, a nice fresh spiciness from pink pepper, and a balmy character that comes out the more this dries on your skin from the styrax. I know that rum and tobacco can be intimidating for some, but this is not a heavy scent. It's an eau de toilette concentration, so it's lighter than what you may anticipate from reading the notes. It's not a thick scent. You do have like pops of freshness coming in, like there's a little bit of neroli, a little bit of lemon. I find this perfectly unisex and very cool on a woman, but if you're a strictly feminine fragrance wearer, then I do think you'll find this more masculine than your taste. It is also very good layered with vanilla perfumes, cherry perfumes if you want to make it more feminine leaning, and I get about 6 hours with a moderate projection. Next is Chloe Nomade Absolu, and this is the most classy out of the bunch. This and Mon Guerlain are the top two in that category, I would say. If you love an earthy, very chic fragrance, you must try this. This is, off the top of my head, like the best oak moss fragrance I own. It's very clean, sophisticated, and then has these gorgeous woodsy elements. It has oak moss, sandalwood, and davana. The sandalwood comes off dry in here. It's not like a creamy sandalwood, but it doesn't come off like a dry Santal 33 type sandalwood, not at all. Nomade Absolu features a prominent Mirabelle plum. It smells very citrusy to me. Crisp, fresh, a little bit tart. That with the oak moss and wood just comes off so effortlessly chic. It definitely has a perfumey quality to it, if you know what I mean. Like, it definitely smells like a perfume. So although you have, you know, these outdoorsy, earthy elements, it's not smelling like, oh, you went into the woods and that's it. Very versatile. I wear it year round, and it's really an easy reach for me when I just want to smell classy. And performance, I get about 6 hours with a moderate projection. This is a recent pickup, Lancome La Vie Belle L'Elixir. This is kind of crazy because I never thought actually that I would ever own a La Vie Belle fragrance because I really don't enjoy La Vie Belle. But little backstory, I was in Ulta the other day and I was walking past the Lancome fragrance section and I saw this on the shelf, and like underneath the bottle, you know, it has like the main notes highlighted, and I saw listed violet, raspberry, and cocoa butter, and I was like, okay, that actually sounds really good and like something I would enjoy. So I grabbed a test strip, sprayed it on, and I could not believe my nose. I'm like, I love this. Does not share any resemblance, like truly whatsoever, to the original La Vie Belle. They need to just drop La Vie Belle already. I know, like, beautiful bottle, iconic scent, but we need to let it go. We need to move on to a new range, new name, new bottles, because really I think it does a disservice to people. Like, one, for people who love La Vie Belle, like maybe you have people who blind buy like the new flankers because they love that original scent so much. Maybe they'll be disappointed if something is such a far departure from what they know and love. And then you have people like me who don't like the original, and then they don't even want to try like all these flankers because they see the name La Vie Belle slapped on it and they're like, that's something I'm not gonna like. But anyway, I sprayed it on my arm to test it out for the whole day because I never impulse buy. You never know what that dry down is gonna bring. And the whole day, like, wow, I was radiating this scent. It is a loud performer. My goodness, does this thing project? Very addictive. And I was like, well, that's that. I'm getting a La Vie Belle. For all the people who love a fruity candied violet like me, you have to smell this. This has a very, very prominent note of raspberry. And normally when raspberry is listed in a note breakdown, it tends to be more fleeting, or you can smell it, but it's not that loud. This raspberry takes center stage and it stays there. Okay, she is the main act. Juicy, very sugared raspberry. If you don't like a sweet fragrance, this won't be for you. It is for the sweet perfume lovers. And then it has this flirty romantic character coming in from the violet. I'm a little confused because looking at the Lancome website, in the paragraph description where it's, you know, describing the fragrance, it's like, oh, features a violet leaf. And then in the note pyramid, it doesn't say violet leaf, it says violet. So I don't know, maybe they have both in here. They're just not making it very clear. I don't really get violet leaf from this because that note has like a green, watery, slight cucumber grassy undertone to it. I get more violet petals from this, but it's not as dense and as powdery as a violet in, like, say for example Celeste by Giardini di Toscana. That is much more dense. So maybe they have a bit of a combination of the two, but basically I get juicy raspberry, candied violets, and a smooth cocoa butter in the base. It's not pronounced, it's not very loud, but it does give, you know, more of like a smooth texture to the scent. There's also leather mentioned in the base. Personally, I'm not getting any leather. To me, it's just really juicy, sweet raspberry with the candied violet. And I think it's so delicious and beautiful. I can't wait to wear this a bunch in the fall. If you love a whimsical, enchanted smelling scent, I think it's one to check out. And performance, I get all day wear with a stronger projection. Now this one is marketed towards men, Valentino Uomo Intense. Best believe I wear it. I love it. If you want to make it more feminine leaning, you can always layer it with like a powdery vanilla. That is a beautiful combination. This with Eau de Italy Morn to Dusk, for example, is really, really good. This feels very androgynous to me. I love the contrast of traditionally feminine and masculine notes in this scent. You have a beautiful, prominent, dark, deep iris. It's a lipsticky iris and it smells softly vanilla sweetened. Also some tonka, and then this really luxe smooth leather. Very well done. It does have some aromatic pops from a little bit of sage and juniper, but mainly it's this iris vanilla tonka leather blend. I am an absolute sucker for this DNA. It's one of my favorites. It smells like vanilla lipstick smudged on a leather jacket, and I think it's so attractive and insanely sexy. It's cool, has a bit of edge to it, but it's also quite sophisticated, and just I feel like if somebody is wearing this, like it's a scent that you just want to bury your face into. Beautiful performance. I get all day wear with a stronger projection. And then last but not least, this is my oceanside floral, Lancome Idole Aura. A sunny, solar, warm, salty floral vanilla. I love that you get the salt from this scent, but it's not so salty. I struggle with very prominent salty fragrances, so this doesn't go too marine by any means. It has this like warm coastal breeze kind of effect. So instead of being right on the beach, it's like you're in a beach town. Beautiful rose jasmine blend with a warm creamy vanilla. It really takes on a sunny character, always lifts my mood, and is a tremendous compliment getter. And I get about 8 hours with a moderate projection. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already. If you want to see me in any more videos, I'd appreciate it so much. I hope you guys are having a great day and hope to see you in my next video. Bye.